Qt is famous of its very sophisticated and very easy to use graphic user interface. It is actually a set of Qt classes plus a very sophisticated and very nice form designer in Qt Creator. So far we have only seen the how to write console applications. Now it's time to create our first UI application. The way to do it is the same: file, new file or project, but this time rather than non-Qt project, choose the application, first item, and then Qt widget application, and choose. Give it a name. Let's call it test widget. Select the platform, and here we have a new menu we haven't seen before. The first line is the name of the main window class, the main form class we want to use. Just leave it as it is, main window. Base class. Base class is the superclass of which we derivate the Q main window, the main window class. It can be three types. The first type is what we intend to use now, Q main window. This is the most versatile and most complete user framework, which is a main window with main menu and all the widgets and event handling. Q widget is a dramatically simplified running environment with just a simple frame. It's actually meant to use to test your own widgets. Q dialog is a quite complete form of a window, but it doesn't have main window menu. It only has all the capabilities to handle widgets and related events. So leave it Q main window and next, and finish it. So here we have the first UI project in Qt. The layout of the files is slightly different now. We start with main window CPP instead of main CPP. It's mainly because in a UI application most of the things happen here in main window CPP. Then in the project browser you can see headers, which is the main window.h. It contains the main window class declaration. Then main CPP is the main function where the program run starts, and main window CPP is the module with the executable bodies of the main window methods. And we have one more line here, one more virtual folder, which is forms. Forms contains only one file here, main window UI. It's actually an XML file which has to be compiled by the UI object compiler, which is a source code generator, before the compilation starts. So it is actually converted into a C++ source code. If we want to edit the main window form, we double click on it, and the form editor opens, called Design or Qt Designer. We can see the starting form here. It's a well-known method. if we want to, for example, put a label on it, then just drag it over and drop. Change the size slightly and then change back to the editor. The easiest way to change back to the editor is Shift F4. Then we are back in main window again, where the best place to do any test at this moment is probably the constructor of main window class. So insert one more line here. It will be a printout to the label in main window. We start with the starting point is the main reference of the user interface. It's always UI. Press just the dot key and Qt Creator will convert it to an arrow, because it is known, it is apparent, UI is a pointer and it's not a real object. So the reference has to happen through a pointer, and the operator of that is the arrow. We have the arrow now, and go on typing. We have to choose the label as the target of our printout, and to print the text on a label is set text. That's the name of the method. And the text should be something like hello world. It's finished, it's ready. Let's test it now. Press run. And in a short while we have the main window with the hello world message on it. It is also possible to run the program in a debugger. It's very simple. All you have to do is press, first put a break somewhere, a breakpoint somewhere, like here, for example, and then press the Start Debugging button down below here. And you see the configuration of the user interface of Qt Creator changed. It contains the debugger windows now. The rightmost one is the watch window of the variables, and here you can see the controls of the stepping debugger. So if we want to go a little bit further, stop the debugging now and insert some variables just to see how the watch of the variables work. Let's declare some integers. And let's see what will happen if we start it in debugger again. There is no window because we blocked the run, but we can see the status of the variables here. If we press the continue button here, the main window will be created, the program is running. So now we have the way to create a UI project. We have the debugger. So let's have a further look into Qt's class library.